Welcome! We are about to dive into the incredible world of vegetable farming in India. And let me tell you, it's a story that stretches from these ancient, monsoon-fed fields all the way to glowing, soilless farms inside city skyscrapers. It's this sheer diversity, the many, many ways India grows its food, that we're going to explore today.
So let me ask you, when you picture an Indian farm, what do you see? Do you have one single image in your head? Because the reality? Well, it's this stunning tapestry of vastly different methods and scales.
Maybe you pictured something like this. The classic image, right? These vast open fields where all the crops just follow the rhythm of the monsoons. And you'd be totally right. That's a huge part of the story. Or maybe you thought of something a little more intimate, like a small, vibrant kitchen garden. A personal plot just bursting with fresh vegetables, grown right there behind a family's home, purely for their own table. But what if I told you an Indian farm also looks like this? A super futuristic vertical farm literally glowing inside a city building, growing vegetables without a single speck of soil. This incredible contrast is exactly what we're going to get into.
Okay, so here's our game plan for this journey. We're going to start with India's farming tapestry as a whole, then look at its traditional backbone. After that, we'll get into the ingenuity born from scarcity, check out some farming for the future, and finally wrap it all up with what this means for a resilient harvest.
You know, the most important thing to get is that there's no single Indian farming system. Not at all. Instead, it's more like a living, breathing tapestry woven from all these different threads of climate, culture, and just pure necessity. It really is a collection of stories, not just one.
So let's dig into the traditional backbone of this whole thing. These are the foundational systems that have, quite literally, been feeding millions of people for centuries.
First up, we've got open field farming. This is the big one, the most widespread system you'll find, and it really dominates the rural landscape. Farmers here are working in total harmony with the seasons, growing staples like onions, tomatoes, and okra to the rhythm of the monsoons.
Now here's where it gets really interesting, because we're totally shifting scale and purpose. We go from that massive open field to the cozy kitchen garden. This is really the heart of self-sufficiency. Here, families are growing things like spinach and chilies, not for the market, but for their own dinner table. It's farming for freshness, for family.
Then we have tribal and forest edge farming. You'll find this mainly in the northeast and central parts of India, and this system is just built on this deep, harmonious connection to the forest. It relies on indigenous knowledge that's been passed down for generations, using amazing techniques like bamboo fencing and leaf mulching to grow things like yams and cucumbers.
And this table just lays out the contrast perfectly. Just look at the different scales and goals. Open field farming, it's large scale, all about market supply. The kitchen garden is small, totally focused on self-sufficiency. And tribal farming, that's more at a community level, with the main goal of living in harmony with the forest. We're talking three completely different philosophies here.
Okay, but what happens when resources like water or space are tight? Well, that's where some incredible ingenuity kicks in. This next part is all about how farmers have cleverly adapted to exactly those kinds of challenges.
So on one side, you've got farmers harnessing water. In places like Punjab and Haryana, massive canal networks allow for this huge, controlled irrigation system. It turns these areas into major suppliers of vegetables like cauliflower and peas. Then on the other side, you have farmers harnessing space in crowded cities, using rooftops and terraces to grow leafy greens and herbs in pots and grow bags. It is just brilliant problem solving at two totally different extremes.
And this adaptability, it also creates these regional powerhouses. I mean, it is no accident that Uttar Pradesh is the go-to place for potatoes, or that Maharashtra is famous for its onions. The farmers there have basically perfected systems that are tailored to the local soil, the climate, and what the market wants. All right, so we've gone from tradition and adaptation, and now we're going to pivot to pure innovation. This next section is all about the modern, high-tech methods that are tackling the challenges of tomorrow, like right now. So take protected cultivation, think polyhouses and greenhouses. By creating a totally controlled environment, farmers can manage everything from the temperature to the pests. And what that means is they can get higher yields and, this is crucial, they can grow crops like capsicum and lettuce all year round, no matter what the season is doing outside. We're also seeing this really powerful movement towards organic farming, especially in states like Sikkim and Kerala. This system is a very intentional step away from synthetic chemicals. It's all about compost and natural pest control instead. And the result? Produce that people really value, both for the health benefits and for its much smaller ecological footprint.
And here it is, that futuristic idea from the beginning: hydroponics. It sounds super complex, but the concept is actually pretty simple. You start with nutrient-rich water, which completely gets rid of the need for soil. This lets you grow vertically in stacked structures, making it absolutely perfect for cities. It's how you get fresh lettuce and basil grown right in the heart of a major metropolis.
So after our journey through fields and gardens and even high-tech labs, let's bring it all together. Let's look at the complete picture of India's incredibly resilient harvest.
So this brings us to what I think is the most important takeaway. India doesn't just rely on one single method. It has this diverse and really powerful toolbox. From these sprawling open fields to soilless hydroponic towers, every single system plays a vital role in the bigger picture.
And when you put them all together, these systems create this amazing combination of resilience, innovation, and diversity. This agricultural variety is what ultimately ensures that vegetables remain absolutely central to both the nutrition and the economy for millions and millions of people all across the country.
Which leaves us with one final thought to chew on. As we look ahead, what's going to be the defining force for the future of India's food? Is it the deep-rooted wisdom of tradition, or is it the groundbreaking power of technology? Or maybe, just maybe, the real genius will lie in how they learn to work together.